This is Reality Dispatch, written by Jim Mintz.
They moved me in here on my 88th birthday, and I never complained. Not once. I ate the rubber chicken with the imitation milk and the pathetic frozen peas and corn served up on a plastic tray daily. I still have all my teeth, so it was no issue for me to grind away at the excuse for a meal they presented. I deserved it. That's what I keep telling myself. I deserve this. The children never said anything to me, but I suspected they knew. Why else would they be so cruel? We all fall asleep at midday around here. Every single one of us, without fail. It is like our body clocks are all in tune with one another. I never used to nap in the daytime until I came here. Everyone forgets everything. That's why I didn't get nervous when I let Audrey Sinclair in on my little secret. Oh, you should have seen her face. Terrified as if the angel of death himself had stood before her and gave her a tap on the shoulder. Next day, eyes blank, same friendly yet vacant expression. Dementia can be a wonderful intervention. Saved me from a life in lockup, that's for sure. I don't know why I dread such an outcome, mind you. I'm already partially locked up in this nursing home. Nowhere to go, no one to visit me, no one for me to visit. All my meals prepared and served for me. Oh, how I loved to cook. That's probably what I miss the most. I shouldn't fear prison. I do deserve it for what I did. Plus, I'm old. What could they possibly do to a geriatric like me in there? Rodney wasn't a hitter. He never swore at me, belittled me, treated me with contempt, nothing. None of the above. He was a sweet man. Then one day he stopped, but he never turned evil or vengeful or anything of the sort. He was just, I don't know how to express it in simple words, which I know you require. I'll get to it in a minute. I'll fill you in a little more about me first. I won't be around much longer, so it's worth my effort leaving something of a tale behind. I have the face of a sweet old lady, this I know, but I used to have the face of a sweet and kind woman too. Before that, the face of an angel. A choir girl's face, in the summer of 1953. 4 16-year-old girls went missing on the night of Great Mayview Fair. It was a fantastic night. I was there chasing Rodney Morfat. He was a gorgeous stud, but I wasn't the only one after him. Sue and Christine and Abigail would dote over him. But he only had eyes for Maud Stanley. When Rodney and Maud were necking on the Ferris wheel, the other three would watch on underneath and grin and pretend they were the ones locking lips with the stud. I know, because I was standing not far behind them, wishing the same. I paid Eric Daughtry $17 of my $32 to drag Rodney in their 4x4 quad bikes. Pretty soon, the race was the talk of the fair, and the boys decided to make it a late evening escapade down by the Lakeview Drive adjacent to the fairgrounds. Have a race under the cover of moonlight. Sue, Christine, Abigail! I yelled out for them from a ditch in the opposite direction. I had already nabbed Maud when she took a break from Rodney to visit the restroom while he revved his engine. Come quick, it's Maud, I yelled. I held her under the lake for a good 5 minutes. Maybe it was 4. I promised her she could have half of the cigarettes, plus other assorted findings, in an abandoned purse I lied about finding down in the nestle of bushes. She was such a slight frame, it was rather easy to use force. So too were the others. They went down without so much of a fight, but with a hell of a scream. I was thankful that the race was taking place at that exact moment. Their diesel engines masked my murderous entry into the realm of evil. I never held that rein, I promise. I was good from that day forth. As you can imagine, Rodney fell for me thanks to my comfort of his needs at the right possible time. It was hard for him. He needed someone to help him cope. I was that someone. By God, I was determined to be, thankfully, no one questioned otherwise. It took him 3 years to muster the courage to make me Mrs. Rodney Morfat, a further 40 to find himself out of love with me. Or maybe he never really did. That was the birth of my return to primal instincts, his dissatisfaction. He was just no longer there anymore. He didn't care for me. He no longer cared for his football team. A lot of his friends had begun to pass on. I guess he was just waiting for his turn. Why wait? I thought. I laced a stake with something I found online. Untraceable. He was gone within the hour. I never got questioned. No police, no coroner, nothing. But I got this aching sense that the children knew something. They never let on. But my suspicion just would not let me alone. Then they placed me in here, and I knew the jig was up. It's a Wednesday, and today is a special day. We are to venture to the Green Hope Gardens mini mall, where there is a supermarket, a butcher, a coffee shop run by the kids of the local church, and a newsagent. Oh, and a post office. I hate coffee, I have no mail to send, and I have nothing to buy. But I haven't left this place in months, so I'll go. I bought the scratchy from the news agency 11 minutes after I arrived. I was timing it, counting the minutes down for my return to my room. I scratched the first box with a 10-cent piece I found in my purse from before Rodney was still alive. It revealed one cash box overflowing with coins. Underneath it was labeled 1.5 million. I scratched the box next door, the same icon, 1.5 million. I scratched the third box. There it was again. I checked the instructions underneath my shaking hands, which I prayed were not the onset of something undiagnosed. The icons matched up. It was a winner, and the magic number was $1.5 million. Enough to buy freedom. Enough to get me a place with a staff to assist me and cook my meals. Maybe something left over for the kids. Maybe. But our relationship, things were never the same. Sure, some would argue it was my fault. I'm too old to go on holiday. I'm too old. Not too old for prison? I'm already in prison. I ripped the game card in two. I threw one half in a garbage can near the entrance and threw the other on the garden bed that lined the car park. I used my walking frame to venture back on the bus and waited. I'm not leaving for another 45, lady, the fat bastard behind the wheel growled at me. I said nothing. I looked out the window and waited.
For more stories of fact-based fiction, head to jimmins.substack.com.